Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology. In today's video, we will talk about a unique date in the future, that is 30th March 2025. What is so unique about this date, what happens on this date, is what we will explore in this video. And the best part is, on this date, almost 8 planets aspect ketu in the sign of Virgo, and this indicates a very significant event, a major change in the world dynamics and the scenario around us. Now look at the chart on the screen, which is as on 30th March 2025. The left hand side is the South Indian representation of the chart, and the right hand side chart is the North Indian representation. Now you can see that the planet Ketu, represented by the letters Ke, is shown in a green box in the sign of Virgo or Kanya, which is the natural 6th house of the zodiac belt. So the sign of Virgo or Kanya is ruled by Mercury or Buddha. And if you see, Mercury or Buddha is with Sun, Rahu, Venus, Saturn and Neptune, shown in the red circle in the sign of Pisces, that is the top left corner of the first screenshot. So Ketu is receiving the aspect of 6 planets from the house of liberation, that is the 12th house or the sign of Pisces. Ketu is also receiving the 5th aspect of Jupiter from the sign of Taurus, shown by the letters Ju, and he is receiving the 4th aspect of Mars from the sign of Gemini, shown by the letters Ma. And this by itself is a very unique combination. 8 planets are throwing aspects on Ketu simultaneously on this day. Now let us understand what is the sign of Virgo or Kanya. It is the natural 6th house of the zodiac belt, and the 6th house represents diseases, conflicts, debts, litigations. It also refers to paying attention to minute details, because Virgo is the sign of detailing. It is the sign of disputes. It is also the sign of healing and health. Now, what is Ketu? Ketu is known as Moksha Karaka. He is the one who gives you liberation. Ketu always takes away material things from you. Wherever Ketu is placed, you will feel dissatisfied. You will feel a sense of restriction. You will feel a sense of letting go or leaving things. So if this were your 10th house, you would feel like leaving your job. You would feel like doing something different in your career. You would not be attached to your job. So now Virgo or Kanya is the sign of daily routine. It is the sign of debates, conflicts, disputes, diseases. So Ketu here is actually good, because Ketu makes you feel detached from conflicts, disputes. Also on the disease front, Ketu here can eliminate diseases completely. Now it is very important to note where Ketu is receiving the aspect from. Ketu himself is a Moksha Karaka, and he is receiving the aspect of 5 of the Navagrahas, if I exclude Neptune, from the sign of Pisces. Pisces is also the sign of liberation or the natural 12th house of the zodiac belt, or the last sign of the zodiac belt. So this aspect is actually a spiritual aspect being given to Ketu. Similarly, Jupiter, who is the representative of spiritual knowledge, divine wisdom, is also aspecting Ketu. Mars, who is our drive, our passion, our energy, he is also putting the fourth aspect on Ketu. Ketu is a headless being. Ketu has no head. So Ketu cannot think. Ketu works only on the basis of his feelings. And Ketu is often directionless. Ketu is like a wandering person without any ambition, without any goal. So now when all these planets are giving a spiritual aspect to Ketu, Ketu receives the divine wisdom of Jupiter. Ketu also receives the aspects of Mercury, Rahu, Venus, Saturn and Sun. This is similar to the scenario where all the gods combine their energy, resulting in the formation of Durga or Shakti. Similarly, now Ketu is in a Vishnu Sthan, that is, the signs of Mercury represent Vishnu Sthan. Mercury himself is the representation of Lord Vishnu, and therefore you can see that all these planets are giving their spiritual energy to a divine entity in the natural sixth house of the zodiac belt, which indicates destruction of evil, which indicates destruction of bad things. And therefore, this date is going to usher in a new spiritual era for mankind, which many people refer to as a complete cleansing by nature. Now, this being the natural sixth house, it is also the house of service, it is the house of daily routine. And when Ketu is here, it is all about giving service. So, this is the time when service to mankind, service to small creatures will play a very important role in your sustenance. Only those people who have served small animals, who have served mankind unconditionally, will fulfill the criteria of entering into this new era. All those who are not doing that by this time will get completely destroyed, is what this energy clearly shows. Now, this being the house of daily routine and the house of service, it shows that your daily routine must include service, must include prayer, must include meditation, if at all you want to enter this new era. Else, you will definitely not be able to enter this new period, as by this time there will be large scale destruction of all that is not necessary across the world. So friends, mark this date 30th March 2025. If you total the digits in the year, it comes to 9, which represents the year of goddess Durga or the 9 forms of Durga. So in short, this energy tells us that nature or Prakriti will take over mankind completely. Natural disasters, epidemics, pandemics, all this will have happened by this time to clear everything that is not essential in the new era. And from this date, a new era begins. Ketu is also about surrendering. Ketu is also about giving away one's ego and being the natural sixth house of our daily routine of service. This also indicates completely surrendering to the will of God. So from this point, it is the divine energy that takes over, and you will see that even people having huge bank balances, big factories, industries, all of them will become completely helpless when nature takes over completely. Now, even if you look at the sign of Pisces, you can see Saturn, Sun, Rahu, Venus, Mercury. Pisces represents water bodies like the ocean. And when so many planets with conflicting powers are in the sign of Pisces, it indicates war through oceans, it indicates disturbances through oceans, and a lot of changes will happen before this new era ushers in. Now let us look at this from another perspective. Ketu is also a monk, and all these spiritual energies of the planets are being given to Ketu. That is, in this time, a monk or a monk like person without any attachments will be ruling over India, because India has the Taurus ascendant. You can see Jupiter in the ascendant, which shows the rise of a new spiritual wave in India. And Ketu being in the fifth house indicates a monk like person taking over the administration of India. You can see the 12th house of Pisces has 5 planets, and I already told you this indicates some kind of war over the oceans, and since it is in direct opposition to Ketu, it indicates this monk will defend India in a big way whenever such attacks happen. So, in this time, the world can be experiencing a war, some kind of cleansing by nature to begin a new era, is what I clearly see from this unique placement of 8 planets aspecting Ketu simultaneously and giving their energy to Ketu. So, this is a period when spiritual energy takes over completely. In this war, sadhus will defend India against invaders or foreigners. So 30th March 2025 marks a big change in the history of this world and in the history of mankind, and it is a date to remember forever. Also, if someone is very proud about his money, his investments, Ketu is in the 5th house from India's ascendant, and therefore your paper money, your investments will also have no value in this time. It is only spiritual energy that will completely take over in this time, and that will be the only thing needed for your sustenance. So friends, that's all from my end. Hope you liked this video. For any queries, write to us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. To know more about us, visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Bye. Take care and stay safe.